You have probably heard of One Piece, the One Piece, not the one that is real, but is the one that actually got confirmed and let's say announced to the world at Jump Festa this year, 2023, that they are going to remake the East Blue Saga. They're going to remake. We are not sure if it's going to be the whole entirety of One Piece so far, but it's gonna be a remake of One Piece, so you can actually enjoy One Piece in a better quality than it was when it was first broadcasted. But there have been talk about, you have probably clicked on the video because of that, because of AI, artificial intelligence, having a hand in the remake of the One Piece. And we're going to talk about that. And first, let's go over what is the One Piece remake. Netflix, along with Vita Studio, Attack on Titan Season 1 through 3, they have decided to actually remake the One Piece and remake One Piece, I keep saying the One Piece, remake One Piece and actually bring it to the scenes again. And that's the East Blue Saga in its entirety. It's like 60 episodes, and that's going to be a whole long ass anime to actually produce. And first of all, you might think, why is this even happening? Why is this even a thing? I do have the same question, because let's just be real about it. If they want to remake at least a big part of a big chunk of One Piece, this East Blue One Piece remake is not going to appear at least until 2025. It's kind of impossible that it appears before that. But hey, let's say it appears in the January, in exactly 1 year from now. We would have 60 episodes, probably, or less. Maybe they fix the pacing, and they would actually have to remake the rest of what we have and get to at least 200 episodes. I do need a remake. So if they're going to go through with that, it takes a whole long time. And if that's the case, it kind of undermines the whole point of doing that. Because look, One Piece is at its peak. Actually, we do not know how much longer we have One Piece, probably 3 years max. And I'm imagining that in 2027, we wouldn't even have like 200 episodes remake for the project we have. And it's with the studio we're talking about. It's not a huge studio. So we are going to have One Piece manga ending, and then still the remake is happening. If it does happen even. Does it even help to bring people back to One Piece? I do not think that much, because look, you watch the 40 episodes, 60 episodes that it's the remake, and you have to watch the rest in the old art style. And if actually the art style is a problem, they would probably not continue watching One Piece. It's gonna be pretty hard transitioning from what the new art style is to the old one, the new refined animation to the older, more dated one, let's say. So that's the major problem and the major point, and what I don't even understand, why we have One Piece in the situation that we are having. Then we have another question, another problem, let's say. If they actually are going to do that, it takes a whole lot of resources. You could have dedicated this resource to the live action, a very, very expensive live action, but it's actually bringing in enough revenues. So if you do season 2, season 3 and more on that, and you have more people working on it, it gives you more time and gives you more chances to proceed forward and make them appear before, like let's say faster. And that actually helps in bringing people over to One Piece. Even if it's a bit average, they can just go read the manga. You could even do like animate the manga in a way that is the manga panels but fully voiced and with voiceovers. That's more cheap to actually make and serves the same purpose. And I do not understand why would you want to actually go through the route of remaking a 1000 episode anime. And Vita Studio, nonetheless, not a huge as a studio and doesn't have a good track record of let's say working in tight schedules, or it needs a lot of schedule and space from what we have seen many times. But hey, let's just leave it aside and go to the goal of the making the One Piece is pretty much unclear to me, or it doesn't seem like it would be able to accomplish the goal. But let's go forward and get to the other point we have. So AI, why are people talking about AI appearing in One Piece? Let's talk about that and how it kind of endangers the whole community, the whole industry of anime, the anime industry. You might wonder, why is Vita Studio there working with Netflix? It could be part of the reason that Vita Studio has experience using background, or let's say making the background art and everything for one anime in a special using AI. And before delving deeper into that, let me remind you of something. There is one reason that many people are talking about the whole AI situation, and that's because in part of the statement released, it says that with the One Piece, the committee aims to provide viewers the fresh yet familiar experience, utilizing cutting-edge visual technology to reimagine Luffy's adventures through the beloved East Blue Saga. So here's the thing. That's the line that everyone is freaking out about. And okay, there is reason to freak out because Vita Studio has, as I said it before, has experience using AI, and that could explain part of the reason why Netflix is actually an Eiichiro Oda are going to work with that studio in order to make the One Piece remake happen. The funniest part is this could all be all of us overinterpreting the cutting edge technology, visual technology, but why would you use that phrase, the whole phrase, in a statement by Netflix and with the studio about the One Piece remake that we have no more information about? It's probably going to appear in 2025. We have that, and funny enough, let me remind you that The Dog and the Boy, short anime that they made, that it was directed by Yotaro Makihara, that was distributed by Netflix, and actually it was worked on by Vita Studio. They actually did something. They credited themselves, and there was a whole controversy about that. They used AI generation. They used the Rina AI, to be more specific, to make the backgrounds, and that ended up being the basis for their works on the backgrounds. Even the credits they gave to the background design and shit is AI plus human. They explain the process. Layout is hand drawn. The second step is the AI generation is made by AI. There is another step that is again generated by AI, and they do some corrections by hand, the background. So okay then, we have a studio and maybe a team. I have seen some leaks on that the One Piece is being animated by the same team, part of the same team that worked on The Dog and the Boy, and they are actually going to bring over the expertise from working on AI to the project for One Piece. So okay then, that's going to end up not being very good, and just bear with me, I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, AI generated images have a long way to go, but maybe these commercial ones are good enough, and the very first problem we have is ethical and moral problems. Look, we have a lot of people working in the anime industry on their tight schedules. We have had the whole MAPPA situation recently that as far as we know, they are being subjected to not harsh treatment but tight schedules, and I do imagine they could be paying them more to make them less angry and sad or less pressured over the work they are doing, but they are not doing that. So a question I have right now is that, okay, we have the situation happening here, and if AI in this big project that is One Piece ends up being commonplace, we basically lose to AI, and it will be a situation in which people will be more inclined, studios will be more inclined to use AI. That would end up being a whole fucking disaster. Why? Because actually studios would be working on AI instead of actually paying more animators, and the animators would be jobless, many of them, in the long run. This could establish a practice that would ruin everything, and leaving that aside, AI isn't as creative as they make it seem to be if you have worked with them. Just imagine for a second, we have MAPPA Studio, the Jujutsu Season 2 production, episode 17 in itself was a masterpiece of animation and creativity. We do lose that creativity. That could explain in part why Netflix is going to work with Wheat to produce the One Piece remake. That would explain why they actually even decided to make this thing. Background is a huge thing in part, and it helps to have AI help them, but in the long run it does hurt everyone, and hurt like that. It does hurt everyone involved, and even us, and even the animators and everyone. So in my opinion, this is a bad example to set in the anime industry, even though it could help us get more animes that we love, more works that we love animated. And I do have another question: why aren't you guys working on another project? Like you did work on Pluto from Naoki Urasawa. He has some beautiful works like 20th Century Boys that are not even adapted, or we have 300 and something pages of Vagabond. Why isn't that even a thing? Why aren't you animating that? Why go over to One Piece that actually has a manga for large manga following of people reading that, the live action is a success, and at the same time people do actually watch the anime if they want to watch it, so why would you even go to remake it? The whole question remains there. And if you do look at the cutting edge technology, cutting edge visual technology, it kind of makes it seem like you guys are into this shit because you can save money by actually not using many animators and using AI generated art. For all we know, they could even be AI generating the more than just the backgrounds. I'm just supposing that it's the backgrounds, but it could be the whole thing and the animators working and doing some corrections. That would be the beginning of a very, very bad situation for the whole anime community and industry. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a good day and good night. Leave your comments down below, and as the same for شبتون بخير روزتون بخير.